ornaments and decorations. Executive Director Lindsay Adams tells me they will be selling the trees pre-decorated to raise money to buy Christmas gifts for kids in need.
So go through those closets, go through the basement, and donate what you don't think you're going to use this year, or come trade it out. And so donate it and then plan to come back on November 10th and buy a new pre-decorated tree and other decorations from us.
Adams says they are looking for any size Christmas tree. They can be any color. It doesn't matter if they have lights or don't have lights attached. They hope to have different themed Christmas trees to be able to sell next month. While they are still accepting decorations as donations, Adams tells me that they really need Christmas trees. They currently don't have enough Christmas trees to hold all the decorations that they have. And so I know the Christmas displays are out. Maybe you're eyeing a new Christmas tree at the store. Maybe if you get it, donate that old one because it's all going to a good cause. Live in South Topeka, James Ryan, KSNT News.
Thanks a lot, James. Sounds like a great idea to repurpose something for kids that need help. Giving Trees open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 in the morning till 6 in the evening, and they will be accepting Christmas decorations and donations through the end of October. Well, now we go to meteorologist Becky Taylor talking about the wind of change coming through today, whipping around, and then we get the cool stuff.
Yes, if you've been waiting for fall, it's finally here.
All right.
We'll be pretty warm today, though, so one more day to get through with this warm weather, and then we finally get that cooler air settling in through the end of the week. So right now, our temperatures are in the low to mid 50s in the eastern half of the area. We're a little bit warmer in the western half, where our winds are a little bit stronger out of the south right now. Temperatures are at 54 degrees in Burlington as well as Holton this morning, 55 in Silver Lake. We're sitting at 60 in Riley, 61 degrees in Council Grove and Junction City this morning. So those winds, like I said, they're picking up out of the south, and they're running about 10, upwards of 20 miles per hour already in Concordia, and we're going to continue to see our winds increasing from the west to the east as we go throughout the next couple of hours or so. So right ahead of that cold front we've been talking about all week, that's going to start coming in later on into the early afternoon hours and into the afternoon further on to the south and east. Winds picking up, running about 40 miles per hour at times. Those are our wind gusts today. So pretty strong winds right ahead of that front, but that's what's going to help warm us up into the 80s today. That cold front comes through this afternoon, switching our winds to the north and northwest, and they stay pretty breezy as we go through the overnight hours tonight too, and lingering into tomorrow. So we've got some pretty chilly conditions coming up for Thursday. Today, though, will be warm once again right ahead of that front. Those winds helping us to warm up into the upper 70s and low to mid 80s. So your bus stop forecast today, grab those jackets heading out the door. You probably won't need them later, but you certainly will need them tomorrow. We'll talk about how long this cooler weather lasts for us coming up.
The state says it's planning to spend $53 million to expand coronavirus testing. Communities can submit proposals for what they need with that extra money, and the money can be used for testing supplies and additional staff. Kansas also joining other states in a testing solutions group. That group discusses ideas and resources for testing.
By participating in this group, Kansas will create a strong web of COVID-19 testing information that stretches across the country.
Members of that testing solutions group have access to experts so they can discuss statewide testing strategies. Kansas health leaders record over 66,300 positive cases statewide. Nearly 53,000 people have recovered since testing positive, so there's still a lot of sick folks out there. And 799 Kansans have died from coronavirus. You can see the newly reported coronavirus cases in Kansas. It is going up. It's the highest it's been. The chart shows that curve in the state, and the red line is the 14-day new case average, so it smooths things out just a bit. And the amount of daily cases has been consistently around 600 for 3 weeks now. With positive cases popping up in NFL and its ever-changing schedules because of it, it's hard not to worry about the problems making their way to Kansas City. And we're learning now that Chiefs fullback Anthony Sherman is now on the coronavirus reserve list. Multiple reports show that Sherman has not tested positive for the virus, but he has been exposed. The Jayhawks preparing for West Virginia this week, but we don't know if head coach Les Miles will make the trip for that game after his positive coronavirus test. Miles says he's been quarantining at home after learning about his diagnosis, and as of now, the Jayhawks say they don't even have a backup plan if Miles can't coach on Saturday.
It's different. Anytime the captain of your ship, anytime your leader isn't visible, it's different. But we're going to do everything we can to make it as normal as possible.
Well, you know, Coach Miles is so popular amongst the players. He's truly a player's coach. So it has kind of motivated them.
Either way, KU's heading out to Morgantown to take on West Virginia. Kickoff Saturday at 11 a.m. on our sister station, Fox 43 KTMJ. Now another switch up for KU men's basketball. Fans have to wait one more year for that border showdown to come back. KU and Mizzou previously agreed to bring back the rivalry games for 6 consecutive seasons, but now they say the series is delayed until next year because of the challenges brought on by the pandemic. The series will start off in 2021 with the first game played at Allen Fieldhouse. Then they rotate between home and away locations for the next 3 seasons. In 2026 and 2027, games will be played at the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City. Jayhawks coach Bill Self says he was excited to get that rivalry going again this year, but it's in the best interest of both schools and especially the fans to push it back a year. KU begins practice tomorrow. You can keep up with the latest headlines and the trends that we have access to. We've got it in one spot, ksnt.com/coronavirus. Just under 3 weeks out from Election Day, which happens on November 3rd, election workers will be sending out mail-in ballots today. And in-person advance voting starts really soon as well. In Riley County, you can start voting early in person today, but in Shawnee County and Lyon County, you must wait until Monday. However, voter registration deadline has already passed. This election year is ever changing during the pandemic, and officials expect more people to vote by mail this year than ever before. The Shawnee County Election Commissioner says he's been in contact with the post office and trusts them to get your ballot back to their office safely. But if you're looking for other options, there's a drop box in the election office you can use. They're also planning to have a drive-through option across the street starting next week. There should be about 10 more drop box options across Shawnee County, and they'll have officials there from both parties to answer any questions you could have and to make sure that your ballot is safe.
With that many ballots out, I want to make sure we don't have too long of lines. I'm a little concerned about lines. And again, if you're just in your car in line waiting to drop it off, I don't think it'll take too long.
He's also hoping the new options will reduce crowding, and he plans to announce the locations of all those drive-through drop-off locations at tomorrow's Shawnee County Commission meeting. As we get closer to Election Day, we want to make sure that you're well prepared and in the know before you cast that ballot. That's why we're hosting a congressional debate. It's at 6:30 tonight, right here on KSNT. Candidates Jake LaTurner and Michelle De La Isla will answer questions about how they would each represent Kansans in Congress. That debate will be moderated by our own political analyst, Bob Beatty. The debate, again, airs live from our studios this evening. Again, that's at 6:30 on KSNT. Before we even hit Halloween or Thanksgiving, one local town here in northeast Kansas is making plans for Christmas. Coming up, we give you the latest on Emporia's annual Christmas parade and what's changing because of the pandemic.
And with our windy conditions today, paired with our dry conditions too, that sends our fire danger into the very high category. So please do not do any outdoor burning today or tomorrow. We stay breezy and dry through then as well. We'll talk about how much cooler we'll be though with that cold front that's giving us these winds coming up.
Good morning. You're watching KSNT News at 6 with David George and Storm Track meteorologist Becky Taylor. I thought losing my dad would mean having to part with the things I knew he loved. But he pre-planned at Penwell Gable, and we were able to give him a service he would have been proud of. His house was always filled with music and laughter, and now I'm able to keep those memories alive.
Even simple needs a plan.
Pre-plan now with Penwell Gable so your loved ones won't have to.
Hey folks, Jerry and Alec, Continental Siding. If we focus too much on things we can't control, it'll drive us crazy.
Staying true to our core values and focusing on what we can control is how we've decided to manage this unpredictable year. We value our customers and our installers, so what can we do to help them both?
Have a huge winter install sale. Book your job now, get it installed this winter, and save thousands.
Click
or call now.
Hi, I'm Rick Kloos, and you may know me as the founder of God's Storehouse. And now I'm running for Kansas Senate. When I look around at all the communities of my district, do you know what I see? I see families, I see stories, I see opportunity. And your success is important to me. From Oakland neighborhood and Highland Park to Osage City and everything in between. After 44 years of Anthony Hensley, it's time for a new voice. I'm Rick Kloos, and I ask for your vote November 3rd.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
I'm Dr. Roger Marshall, and I approve this message.
8 years ago, state legislators voted on a bill. Stronger penalties for those who know a child is being sexually abused but don't report it. 123 legislators voted yes. Only one extremist voted no. You've probably seen her ads claiming she's moderate. Tell Barbara Bollier there's nothing moderate about covering up child sex abuse, and there's no excuse for what she did.
You're watching KSNT News at 6, winner of the regional Edward R. Murrow Award for continuing coverage.
Good morning to you. Yes, indeed, this is the first show that we've actually shown a Christmas graphic like this. But you have to keep in mind, Christmas is 10 weeks from this Saturday, and we're learning now of some changes to Emporia's annual Christmas parade. The Chamber of Commerce there says that the floats will be stationary on Commercial Street this year, and people will be able to drive by and see them. The Chamber is also changing the name of the annual parade in light of the pandemic. This year, it's going to be titled, "Cheer Up, Dude, It's Christmas," in reference to Jim Carrey's line in How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The parade is scheduled for December 1st at 7 in the evening, and then they're going to have December 3rd as a backup date in case of bad weather. After a wedding, some couples send their flower arrangements home with guests or even find a way to save them, but one woman who recently got married in Topeka had a totally different idea. The bride said that she wants to stay anonymous, but she didn't want her flowers to go to waste, so she asked Porterfield's Flowers in Topeka to donate them to local nursing homes. David Porterfield and his crew, they packed up their car, they drove over to Homestead Assisted Living, and they gave those arrangements. He says he's never had a bride request that before.
It really makes such a difference for people, and flowers lift everyone's spirits, and especially in these days when people feel so isolated, it can really bring some joy to their lives.
Always good to repurpose and reuse. Bride says that she wanted her story to go, even though staying anonymous, so her kind deed might inspire other couples to do the same thing. One of the biggest nights for music is happening this evening. Coming up, we're going to look at the top nominees for Billboard Music Awards after it had to be postponed for months and months. Plus, we're going to join our friends and partners ever at Magic 107.7. Looks like Angie's holding down the fort today, and we'll chat with her next.
And no surprise, but we are still dry in northeast Kansas. This is a look at our rainfall totals so far in Topeka. We've had no rain in October. We had no rain hardly even at all in September either. And we're going to continue to stay dry at least through the next few days. We may be able to squeeze out some raindrops late tonight and into early tomorrow morning. We'll have more details on that very slim chance coming up.
Kansas, served by a community nonprofit hospital for generations, until Roger Marshall stepped in. Marshall and his family saw opportunity to make millions, so they opened a private for-profit hospital, which eventually drove the nonprofit out of business. Then Marshall and his wife cashed in when their hospital sold for more than $24 million. When it comes to healthcare, Roger Marshall is all about the money, not you. Duty and Country is responsible for the content of this ad.
Whether it's the habanero and mango or the sweet onion teriyaki, with over 54 flavors of chicken, pork, and beef broths, you're sure to find your favorite flavor at Leonard Meat. Hamburger by the pound or patties, marinated chicken, bacon, pork, spare ribs, 9 flavors of sausage, and the one-of-a-kind hamburger with bacon. Leonard Meat is much more than a meat shop, with Stumpy's cheese, spices, pickles, appetizers, and more. Great quality at a great price. Leonard Meat, downtown Topeka.
Hi folks, for over 30 years we have been designing and building decks. We install natural wood decking as well as high-end composites with over 30 colors to choose from. We have many rail designs such as cable, composite, aluminum, and glass panels. For a limited time, we are offering $1,500 off on a 16 by 14 one-story deck. Let us turn your dream into a reality. Call today or visit our website. We are your home remodeling specialists.
We're for those who love to discover, who know an open mind is the only kind, who don't need to travel to find something new, who know where to escape even just for a moment. Who don't need a fortune to find a gem. And who know when you spend less, you can discover even more. And never, ever stop discovering. Spend less, discover more. At TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods.
My dad is State Senator Anthony Hensley. Growing up, he taught me what commitment means to family, to public service, and to giving back to the community we've always called home. As a classroom teacher for 43 years, his passion for education inspired me to become an educator too. Whether it's in the State House, the schoolhouse, or our house, my dad is somebody you can always count on.
While my opponent talks about change, my commitment to this community remains the same.
Stauffer Lawn and Landscape. Service, style, originality. Whether it's landscaping, irrigation, retaining walls, or patios, we can make your not-so-pleasing space into a space you and your family can enjoy. To request a quote, visit staufferlawn.com.
It's What's the Buzz time. We visit with Angie from Magic 107.7 on a Wednesday and see what she has in store for us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you guys. It is National Dessert Day. So what is your favorite dessert of all time?
Oh, gosh, that's a loaded question
That
right
is.
there, Angie.
You know, I don't eat many desserts, and so it is tough. I do have to go back to my grandmother's banana pudding because that was off the chart for me as a kid. I do like pecan pie through the holiday season. That's a big one for me.
Oh, yeah.
But otherwise, I don't partake in dessert too much.
I'm going to have to go with this German chocolate cake that's my grandma's
that sounds
recipe.
good.
And but instead of putting like the coconut and stuff in the caramel, she just has it be like just the caramel topping with some pecans in it.
No coconut at all, though.
That
Really
sounds good.
No coconut. And it's like the most moist chocolate cake you ever had with like this big, like, you know, half-inch thick layer of caramel frosting on it. And it's good.
Hey, that sounds good too. I'd have to say my great-grandmother's chocolate pie, but when I can't have that, as much of a chocoholic as I am, I love strawberry cheesecake. That's always hits the spot with creamy and sweet all at the same time.
That's true.
That's a good point there, Angie.
If we had Sean here, he would
Love
say
it.
Twinkie.
We just need a buffet.
I'm sure he would.
Yeah, he would say a
I'm sure he
Twinkie.
would.
So we'll answer
Yes.
for him.
Yes, there you go.
Okay, have a good day.
All right, guys, you
Bye.
too. Thanks.
Thanks
Bye.
so much. So big time wind today. You know the leaves are going to go crazy.
Oh yeah, ours. I feel like we have this big elm in our front yard, and it's already like half gone.
Right.
So today is probably it for that, and it'll be bare tomorrow
There
morning.
you go.
But yeah, we do have some really windy conditions heading our way right ahead of this cold front. Already seeing our winds picking up to about 20 miles per hour in Concordia this morning, running about 10 to 15 miles per hour elsewhere across northeast Kansas, but they will start to increase even further going throughout the rest of this morning into the early afternoon. We'll all have these sustained winds running about 20 to 25 miles per hour, and we could even see gusts upwards of 30 to 40 miles per hour later on into the afternoon. And then that cold front comes through, switching our winds to the north, and then we stay fairly breezy tonight with the sustained winds about 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusts upwards of 30 miles per hour, carrying us all the way through the daytime tomorrow as well. Temperatures are in the low to mid 50s and even some low 60s still showing up where our winds are a little bit stronger. 62 in Manhattan, 61 in Junction City and Concordia. We're at 59 in Topeka though, and 53 degrees in Lawrence right now. And we'll be able to warm up pretty good today thanks to that southerly breeze. So we'll warm up into the low to mid 80s right ahead of that cold front. That front comes through and then we cool off through the overnight hours down into the upper 40s and low 50s. And then we stay in the 50s all through the daytime tomorrow. We may get lucky enough in a couple spots to hit that 60-degree mark, but it's going to be a very chilly day once we factor those winds in too. And then we get even colder heading into Thursday night and Friday morning. Now we do have some clouds moving through the area this morning, and we'll continue to see some of those streaming on through, but for the most part we should have some sunshine, especially in our southern counties. Going throughout tonight though, we may be able to see an increase in our cloud cover behind that front, and then we could even see maybe a few raindrops, especially along the Kansas-Nebraska border. That slides down to the south and east by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, so maybe a few sprinkles along I-70, but for the most part I do think a lot of us will stay dry tonight. We have a lot of dry air at the surface, and then our attention turns towards the weekend, and I don't want you to get too crazy excited about seeing this blue and pink color here on this future track. That's showing some light snow, maybe a wintry mix in our northern counties over the weekend. Moving on off to the east, that's the only model that's showing something like this. All the other ones are starting to come into better agreement with this model right here, where we do have more cloud cover coming in Sunday morning. We stay dry Sunday morning. That snow stays well off to our north, and then we might be able to see some rain showers late in the evening Sunday and into the overnight hours and early Monday. So that looks to be our next best chance for rain. Still not a very good chance for rain at all here in northeast Kansas. We need something a lot more substantial than that. But what we do get is some very chilly temperatures for the end of this week. We have that other cold front coming through over the weekend, and even colder air settles in for the first part of next week too.
Okay, so get ready. Big wind today, much cooler tomorrow, and cold Friday morning. It's all come rushing in here.
Yep, suddenly fall.
Okay, our cute kid is Arson. He's a second grader, loves to play Minecraft, and also likes to watch Paw Patrol.
And this black kitty cat is one of his best friends, but he also loves all animals. I love those cuddly pictures. If you want your kid featured on our show, just head on over to KSNT.com, go to the news tab, and click on Cute Kids.
That is cute. All right, coming up this morning at 6:30, we talk live to the superintendent of Topeka Public Schools. Tiffany Anderson lets us know about a new job opportunity within the district and how you can sign up.
Career politicians get caught up in fighting each other instead of doing right by the people they represent. I'm Brenda Dietrich. I'm a problem solver with years of experience as an educator in our local schools. I'm running for the Kansas Senate to keep our economy open and growing, to fight for lower taxes, especially on the food our families put on the table, and above all, to renew faith and trust in public service. I humbly ask for your vote.
You're strong. You power through chronic migraine. 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. So if you haven't tried Botox for your chronic migraine, check with your doctor if Botox is right for you and if samples are available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
95% of patients may pay as little as $0 for Botox, so text to see how you can save. Botox has been preventing headaches and migraines before they even start for 10 years. So ask your doctor about Botox today.
You've known Brown's Tree Service to take care of all your tree needs, but did you know that we also sell mulch and premier topsoils? Bring your own truck and we'll load it, or let us deliver a truckload of mulch or topsoil right to your location. For a better quality mulch, we supply double-screened hardwood mulch. Brown's Tree Service is licensed and insured and can take care of everything in your lawn, from the very top of your trees down to your topsoil. Give Brown's Tree Service a call today.
I'm Michelle de la Isla, and I approve this message.
You shouldn't have to choose between taking care of your family and taking care of your health. Because of Sam Brownback and Jake LaTurner, it's a decision many Kansans face every day. Brownback and LaTurner gutted Medicaid, denying health care to thousands and devastating rural hospitals and seniors. Now Jake LaTurner wants to go to Congress to strip protections for pre-existing conditions. Haven't Kansas families had enough?
Have you lost or found a pet? Go to KSNT.com and post your pet notice today.
Good Wednesday morning. Thanks for spending time with us. It's 6:23. The governor of Virginia has been identified as a target in a kidnapping plot. The information was revealed after 5 men were accused of plotting to kidnap the governor of Michigan. An FBI agent testified and said that members of an anti-government group discussed possible targets during a June meeting back in Ohio, and also did not mention the Virginia governor by name, but the group specifically has issues with the governor of both Michigan and Virginia based on lockdown orders from earlier. Facebook announced it's banning anti-vaccination advertisements from its social media. Facebook shared a new global policy banning all ads that discourage people from getting vaccines. The previous policy was only against vaccine hoaxes that were publicly identified by global health organizations. In a blog post, Facebook says it's working with global health partners on campaigns to increase immunization rates worldwide. Major League Baseball fans finally get to see a game in person for the first time since the pandemic began. It's also the first time that fans were allowed inside Globe Life Field. That's the new billion-dollar home of the Texas Rangers. The LA Dodgers faced off with Atlanta Braves in Game 1 of the National League Championship Series, with the Braves winning that game 5-1. Game 2 is tonight. The series in Arlington, Texas, because MLB is trying to create a mini bubble during the pandemic. The World Series will also be played at Globe Life Field, but tickets are already sold out for that. It's about 6 months later than originally planned, but 2020 Billboard's Music Awards are tonight. It's Kelly Clarkson's third time hosting that award show. The show moved from Las Vegas to Hollywood, but without an audience this time. You can expect performances from Alicia Keys, Bad Bunny, and Luke Combs. Post Malone has the most nominations with 16 overall, including Artist of the Year. But there's no suspense about the Icon Award. That goes to country legend Garth Brooks. Also being honored, rapper and social activist Killer Mike with Billboard's first ever Change Maker Award, honoring his contributions to equality and civil rights in the black community. Another day of confirmation hearings for an empty seat on the Supreme Court. What we should expect today during the second round of intense questioning, and we get highlights from day one as Judge Amy Coney Barrett's in the hot seat.
And we're already seeing wind gusts upwards of 20 to 25 miles per hour this morning. We'll start to see those gusts increasing throughout the morning hours and into the early afternoon, and we'll have more details on just how windy it's going to be today and tomorrow coming up.
Menards has everything you need to update the look and function of your garage. Ideal garage doors come in over 1,000 styles, including insulated options, providing beauty, comfort, and security. Hook your new door up to a Chamberlain garage door opener. With MyQ technology, you can control your opener from your smartphone. All Ideal garage doors and Chamberlain openers are 11% off. Save big money with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
As a working mother, Rachel Willis knows the struggles of Kansas families, especially during this pandemic. She's living them too. But her opponent, Brenda Dietrich, doesn't get it. Brenda wants to give tax breaks to the wealthy, just like Sam Brownback did, which will jeopardize funding to our schools. We deserve better. We need Rachel Willis in the Kansas Senate to fight to get Kansans back to work, back to school, and back to living their lives to the fullest. Vote Rachel Willis on November 3rd.
Love getting prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh? With the Dillon's app, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales and rewards like fuel points, all for prices that are lower than the everyday low. So go ahead, get lower than low. Dillon's, fresh for everyone.
The 2020 Ford EcoSport and Escape were built for the Midwest to make driving fun and well-equipped. Want a powerful suite of driver assist technologies? You got them. Or confidence no matter the road? All yours. How about a Wi-Fi hotspot? You're plugged in. Now get 0% for 66 months plus $1,000 in trade assist, or $4,500 cash back plus $1,000 in trade assist on Escape. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
I'm Dr. Roger Marshall, and I approve this message.
8 years ago, state legislators voted on a bill. Stronger penalties for those who know a child is being sexually abused but don't report it. 123 legislators voted yes. Only one extremist voted no. You've probably seen her ads claiming she's moderate. Tell Barbara Bollier there's nothing moderate about covering up child sex abuse. And there's no excuse for what she did.
The KSNT Storm Track weather app is sponsored by Midland Exteriors.
Good morning, I'm David George.
And I'm Becky Taylor, and it's going to be windy today. Get ready.
Big time wind today, and then a lot cooler weather coming in that I'm excited about. And if you mention snow, it's to see a little flake or something float around, but you have to think between mid-October and mid-November, that's going to happen at some point.
Oh yeah, and remember a couple years ago when it snowed on Halloween? Oh man, that was crazy. Hopefully that doesn't do that again. That was not very fun when you're taking little kids out trick-or-treating. But we do have these temperatures this morning in the low to mid 50s, even some upper 50s and low 60s showing up, where our winds are a little bit stronger out of the south. So we're sitting at 57 in Clay Center, 55 in Emporia. We're at 60 degrees in St. Mary's as well as Blue Rapids. Silver Lake checking in at 55 degrees, in Linden at 57. So these temperatures are not too bad this morning, but these winds are starting to really pick up out of the south, running about 10 all the way up to 20 miles per hour in Concordia, and we'll continue to see these winds increasing throughout the morning hours, and our gusts are going to get even stronger as well. That's right ahead of this cold front we've been talking about all week. We could see these gusts upwards of maybe 40 miles per hour at times today. That front swings on through this afternoon, shifts our winds to the north and west. They still become pretty breezy for us with these gusts upwards of 30 miles per hour overnight tonight, and that carries us on into the daytime tomorrow. So we'll have a lot of wind associated with this front, and then our temperatures will cool down right behind it. But before that, with these southerly breezes, we should be able to make it up into the upper 70s and low 80s this afternoon. So bus stop forecast starting off a little bit chilly. Those winds will help us warm up, though. By the time you get home today, you're not going to need those jackets, but don't put them away. You're certainly going to need them for Thursday and Friday. We'll talk about these cooler temperatures coming up.
Can't wait to see that extended forecast. Well, school administrators have certainly faced big problems with the pandemic, and many difficult decisions have been made. Well, to see how things are going in the Topeka Public School District, well, we're going to chat with Superintendent Tiffany Anderson. She's live at our remote studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, first of all, congratulations on being one of the 4 finalists for Kansas Superintendent of the Year. How proud of you are that?
You know, it's the first time that Topeka Public Schools has had a finalist, so it's just wonderful not only to represent Topeka, but Topeka Public Schools. We're doing so many innovative things. So I just, being a finalist in anything in which we can recognize the achievements of the staff is amazing. So I thank all folks and my colleagues for making that happen.
Well, on the employment side of things for operating all your schools, as most districts do, there's a need for employees, especially substitutes. So tell us about the TPS virtual hiring fair.
So the hiring fair is going on all week, and so it's been really great with several stories about our substitutes. Look, our retirees have come back. So there have been stories in the paper and on the news about our retirees subbing and helping with remote subs. So if you're a retiree and you just want something to do, you can teach remotely or you can teach in school. So just go on our website. The virtual hiring fair is all week. If you're a parent and you can't visit your child's class, but hey, you have the license to be a sub, we'd love to have you subbing for us. It's really just to have that backup as we get ready to go into the influenza season. So every school this year placed substitutes, just building subs. So anytime there's a need, there's already someone there ready to go into the class. And when they're not needed, they're just tutoring and helping out.
Now, one of the big issues for parents has been the transportation issue of either taking somebody and picking them up during work. How has transportation been improved, though, with your partnership with the bus company?
Oh my goodness, it's been great. So there are 2 things that we've done. One, we partnered with the bus company. We thank the public transportation system for providing free buses to schools throughout this month. It's been wonderful. But in the meantime, we also have now an extended partnership with our vendor. And so our vendor service actually started providing buses Monday midday. And so all students that are a 2-mile radius or beyond have buses in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the middle of the day. And so we have continued to expand that coverage. In about a week, we're going to really look at hardships, people who are less than 2 miles, and by the end of this month, we may be able to add those families on as well. So we're excited about that.
Now, Halloween is practically here, and you can't do the field trips maybe that you've done in the past, so what are schools going to do to celebrate?
Well, I'm going to tell you, we have some innovative staff. So at Jardine Elementary, they brought the pumpkin patch to Jardine. And so they actually brought pumpkins there, turned the school into a pumpkin patch. In fact, I'll be a pumpkin this year, and I'll be doing some teaching for the hour. So going into classrooms and doing some painting of pumpkins and distributing. So on the 30th, we're still going to do parades. We're doing something called micro schools this year. It's amazing. In elementary, we've only actually had 1 student case in elementary, and we're talking 6,000 kids by having 15 or less in a classroom. It's pretty amazing. And so with that occurring really well, our parades, 15 kids will go outside, march around the school, and we'll still be able to do the parades, costumes and all. So right around the 30th, we want our parents to be looking out at what's going on in Topeka Public Schools.
Well, it sounds like things are going very well. Tiffany, thank you for your time and your insight this morning. And Dr. Tiffany Anderson will elaborate more and also discuss a program that helps expand Spanish language and also help students with financial aid applications when she joins Aaron LaRoe at 7 on Fox 43 AM Live. In Jackson County, the Sheriff's Office is putting the CARES Act money toward the county jail. And that's all new this morning. Sheriff Tim Moore says the funding will provide an isolation unit at the jail, and the jail already quarantines new inmates to prevent a coronavirus outbreak. Although this can be difficult, it's effective, and the new CARES Act funding will provide for 2 housing units that can hold 2 people and add bathroom facilities to the recreation yard. In case of an outbreak, Sheriff Moore says, well, it could be converted to hold 10 to 15 additional inmates. We previously told you that the state divided hundreds of millions of federal tax dollars between each county to spend on coronavirus relief efforts. But now some leaders in smaller cities in Jackson County say their money isn't being divvied up fairly by the county. Jackson County was given $2.9 million from the state, and just $40,000 of that was given to smaller towns. The rest was put toward community projects like a quarantine chamber at the county jail, reconstruction of the district attorney's office, and a drive-through testing clinic. That's in addition to relief for 3 school districts in the region. City leaders tell us they believe the amounts given to them were insulting.
Everyone in the county, every city, every individual in this county benefits and uses the sheriffs from the sheriff's department, the jail, and the county attorney's office to keep them safe and to keep those departments going.
The Governor's Spark Task Force has approved each county's plan to spend its money, and Jackson County's plan was approved. And we have a link so you can check on your own county spending plan at KSNT.com. The Justice Center in Westmoreland is now closed after 5 people have tested positive for coronavirus. If you visited that Justice Center within the last 2 weeks, the health department recommends that you monitor your health symptoms very, very closely. If you feel sick, get tested immediately. The Potawatomi County Health Department says the building is closed and more information will be shared with the public once a plan for moving forward is determined. Kansas health leaders record over 66,300 positive cases statewide. Nearly 53,000 people have recovered since testing positive. However, 799 Kansans have died. And you can see the newly reported coronavirus cases in Kansas. It's at its highest point yet, and the average amount of new daily cases has been consistently around 600 for about 3 weeks. Happening today, Supreme Court nominee Judge Amy Coney Barrett will face lawmakers once again on Capitol Hill. Today is the last day of scheduled questioning, but in the first day, Judge Coney Barrett was repeatedly asked to clarify her positions on issues ranging from abortion to LGBTQ rights and gun rights. She insists that she has not been influenced by President Donald Trump on how she might rule on a case challenging the Affordable Care Act. She also says that she made no commitments to the president or anyone else on how she might decide major cases.
I'm not here on a mission to destroy the Affordable Care Act.
People are scared of what will happen if the Affordable Care Act is destroyed in the middle of a pandemic.
Democrats aimed some of their sharpest questions at her public opposition of abortion rights and her signing of a petition condemning the Roe v. Wade ruling that legalized abortion.
The statements that I signed were statements of my personal beliefs and
not your personal belief, Your Honor, your legal position.
Judge Barrett faces one final round of questioning today, and the committee vote is expected tomorrow. New information this morning, the census count could be coming to an early finish after all due to a Supreme Court ruling. The court blocking an order that requires the Trump administration to continue gathering census information through October, so now the government is allowed to stop the count. The Census Bureau says it wanted to stop the count so it could start processing data to meet a December 31st deadline. A previous ruling would have allowed field work until October 31st, and if you recall, field operations were suspended for a time back in March in response to the coronavirus pandemic. As we get closer to Election Day, we want to make sure that you're all prepared and in the know before you cast your ballot. And that's why we're hosting a congressional debate. It's at 6:30 tonight right here on KSNT. Candidates Jake LaTurner and Michelle De La Isla will answer questions about how they would each represent Kansans in Congress. The debate will be moderated by our own political analyst, Bob Beatty. That debate happens live from our studios this evening. And again, that's at 6:30 on KSNT.
And we do have some clouds moving through this morning, so you can see that on our satellite and radar right now. We'll continue to see these clouds working their way to the east and southeast as we go throughout this morning. We should still see some sunshine today, though. We will have these really windy conditions too. That's ahead of that cold front that we've been talking about. We showed you those wind gusts in the first weather that I had today, but now those wind gusts, they'll be sustained at about 20 to 25 miles per hour throughout the early afternoon, and then we'll start to see those winds shifting to the north overnight tonight. Those sustained winds will be around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Still, those gusts much stronger throughout the daytime, so it'll be windy today, breezy tomorrow, and those breezy conditions really last all the way through the first part of the weekend as well. Now, those southerly winds today will help warm us up into the low to mid 80s before that cold front hits, and then we'll have those cooler conditions settling in as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Start to see some increasing clouds. Temperatures will be in the upper 40s and low 50s, and then for tomorrow we'll start to see gradual clearing. We'll have much cooler air that's settled in, so we'll only make it up into the upper 50s, maybe low 60s if we can get lucky tomorrow. It'll be a very chilly day out there with those breezy conditions. We'll talk about a possible rain chance, though, maybe late tonight and into early tomorrow morning coming up.
Coming up on KSNT News, a Topeka thrift store is looking for your old Christmas trees and decorations to put smiles on kids' faces this holiday season. I have all the details on this and so much more coming up on KSNT News. Don't change that channel. We'll be right back.
Did you wake up craving a made-from-scratch biscuit topped with tender prime rib and a fried egg? How about now? The new prime rib and fried egg biscuit at Hardee's. Feed your happy.
When you hire an IBEW Local 226 electrician,
you'll get highly skilled and highly trained, safety-oriented electricians that take pride in our work.
And we are committed to doing the job right.
Doing the job safely.
And doing the job on time.
Although we're experts in our field,
we're also your friends and neighbors.
We are the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 226.
IBEW, the power professionals in your neighborhood.
We need leaders like Tobias Schlingensieben in the state Senate to help move our state forward. Tobias is a lifelong resident of Senate District 18. He's the senior minister of the church he grew up in. He's a chaplain for the Topeka Police Department and is deeply committed to serving the men and women who serve our communities. Tobias shares our priorities: access to affordable health care with coverage of pre-existing conditions, good-paying jobs, and fully funded schools.
I'm Tobias Schlingensieben, and I ask for your vote on November 3rd.
Mouth-watering, enticing, satisfying. Taco Villa. Since 1973, Taco Villa has been serving up their own style of delectable Mexican food. From the thing, to the nacho platter, to the low-carb salad, and everything in between. Taco Villa satisfies. Take it to the next level and smother anything in our famous signature chili con queso. Get your fix. Dine in, carry out, or call ahead with your order. Taco Villa on 21st next to the toy store.
I'm Jake LaTurner, and I approve this message.
Radical Mayor Michelle de la Isla. She doesn't just talk about defunding the police, she does it.
Defunding the police, what it means is what the city of Topeka has already been doing.
Making Kansans less safe, and De La Isla even supports an extreme gun control agenda. Disarming Kansans, defunding cops. Michelle de la Isla is dangerously radical.
This week's Pets in Need Spotlight is Ulysses. Ulysses is a 7-month-old American Bulldog mix. He is very friendly and enjoys playing with other dogs. You can meet Ulysses by appointment at Helping Hands Humane Society.
You didn't know how bad you wanted prime rib, charbroiled Angus beef, and melted cheddar cheese sauce, but now you do. The new prime rib and cheddar Angus thick burger at Hardee's. Feed your happy.
Well, good morning to you on a Wednesday. Now, there's a new thrift store in Topeka looking for your old Christmas trees and decorations in hopes of creating a Christmas miracle for kids in need. KSNT News reporter James Ryan is live in South Topeka. James, how are these old decorations going to make a difference?
David, the staff here at the Giving Tree plan to take those decorations, those ornaments, those trees, redecorate them, and sell them right here in the store. Now, the Giving Tree is a nonprofit donation thrift store. Right now, they have a room where they are collecting Christmas donations. Now, while they're still accepting decorations, Executive Director Lindsay Adams says they currently don't have enough trees to hold them all.
Any size tree, pre-lit, not pre-lit, any color. We just need trees, please, because we will be selling them pre-decorated and themed. So we'll have peacock themed tree, we'll have, maybe a Coca-Cola themed tree. We will start putting them together.
Adams says the Giving Tree donates its profits to a different nonprofit every quarter, but the sales from the Christmas trees will go towards buying Christmas gifts for kids in need. So starting November 10th, the store will be transformed with different themed trees right in time for your holiday shopping, but they need your help. So if you're looking at possibly getting a new Christmas tree, maybe donate the old one, or Adams suggests if you want to, you can donate your Christmas tree and then plan to come down here starting November 10th and get a brand new tree in time to get it into your home for the holidays. Live in South Topeka, James Ryan, KSNT News.
Thank you so much, James. That's a terrific idea to repurpose and to help those in need. The Giving Tree is open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 in the morning to 6 in the evening, and they will accept some Christmas donations right through the end of the month.